Hey guys, it's mimiwithani here, and in today's video, I wanted to talk about annewithani and what a potential renewal might look like right now. Not saying that this is in anyone else's mind but mine. Nothing has been confirmed, of course. This is just something that I want to kind of offer to you guys as a suggestion of what a season 4 of Anne could possibly be, because basically recently The Society, which was another Netflix show that got canceled prematurely, it was because of COVID supposedly. It really sucked that they weren't able to make season 2. I remember that they said that they had the scripts ready and they might have even started filming by that point. I honestly don't know, but the point is that they were so close to doing it. Netflix had already renewed the show for season 2 and it didn't happen. But it seems like The Society, especially with the way season 1 ended, it was very disappointing that they didn't follow with a season 2. It seems like there might be a graphic novel in the works right now, and this has not really been something that has been announced by articles or news outlets or anything. To my understanding, this was something that the creator of the show said, and I'll leave like a picture right here of a Reddit post that someone had made where they collected like a timestamp from an interview where the creator said that they were working on a season 1 and season 2 graphic novel of The Society. I've also heard that with other shows that have been canceled prematurely, the one example that someone actually told me about through DMs was about the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. They were actually able to get a graphic novel in the works as a continuation to the series. Now, what does this have to do with Anne? It's been 3 years since the show was canceled. Not entirely 3 years. It's been 3 years since they started filming for season 3. Actually, since they wrapped for season 3, not even from when they filmed it. So it's literally been 3 years at this point since the actors have even set foot on the set or have acted as their characters. So it's been a long time. You know, they've grown up now and they have been doing other things, of course. Would a graphic novel solve these issues of, you know, the actors are doing their thing and it doesn't seem like annewithani as a show, as the show that it was before, will come back. I did say this in another video that like it seems like Netflix and CBC are starting to partner up again. We really don't know what that means for annewithani. Of course, it could mean something really great, but we really don't have any news about that. Right now, it seems like, you know, the show doesn't really have a support system behind it in terms of funding and distributors. Would a graphic novel solve all these issues if they were able, obviously, to get the rights to make a graphic novel? It would probably cost less to make a graphic novel than it would be to film a whole season of a TV show, which I don't know if you guys know this, but Anne was really expensive to make. I think I heard that an episode of annewithani costed $1 million to make. Like, even if that's not an accurate number, it was still a very expensive show to make. Like, even just crushing the bricks, the red bricks, that was supposed to resemble the sand of PEI because the show was filmed in Ontario, that took $50,000 a year, a season, just to crush. Not even including the labor that it takes to spread the sand around the set and then pick it up afterward. With all that being said, the casts are getting older now. Not to say that like it's impossible. Anne could definitely pick up in the future if they ever decided to, because like they did this with the Sullivan version. They did huge time jumps between every miniseries, especially the one that was from like Anne of Green Gables, the sequel, to Anne of Green Gables, the continuing story. That was like a 13-year time jump, if I remember the years correctly. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like, what if instead of at this moment or within the next couple of years, instead of them going back and filming Anne, they actually decided to release a graphic novel instead to continue the story, and then like maybe down the line they could film it, I guess. Obviously, a graphic novel wouldn't be my first choice for them to continue the show, because it would obviously be better if they just did a season 4 with the actors and everything. But if this is like our only or one of our only options right now, then that would be the best thing, I think. I'm not an expert on licensing or anything of that sort to Anne and, you know, the licensing agreements between Netflix and CBC. I think if they were to do it, it would be great just to see some answers, I guess, just to see how the characters turned out. And I guess let me know in the comments below what you guys think of that idea. Would you be open to having a continuation in a different format than what you were probably expecting? Because I would be open to it. Like, I think I would be open to the idea, even though, like, of course, with the society, I don't watch the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. I don't know anything about the show, so I'm not really, like, you know, familiar with what they're gonna do in the graphic novel or when it's going to be released or anything like that. But with the society, because of the fact that they left off on such a huge cliffhanger, even though it would have been a lot better had they just filmed the season, at least we're getting answers to what happened at the end of season 1, to what they had already planned out and written scripts about. I'm so glad that we're actually going to get those answers, even if it is in a graphic novel format. And yeah, so I think the same thing would go for Anne. Of course, we would love if every show could continue and wrap up nicely, but of course, that's not something that we can decide or we can be guaranteed of. But that's pretty much it on what I wanted to say about that. Another point that I wanted to make in regards to like Anne and graphic novels is that like, because Anne with an E is not just Anne with an E, it goes beyond Anne with an E. Anne with an E is based off of a book series that has other adaptations, it has other book adaptations, and so there have been graphic novels in the past with Anne. And I think in a way it would be so cool if Anne with an E got its own graphic novel and continued this, you know, legacy of having graphic novels. And I wanted to show some in this video, and there are gonna be like 2 more that I know of that are coming out this year, literally. I already pre-ordered them and I'm so excited for them, but I just wanted to show you guys the graphic novels that have come out regarding Anne. So the first graphic novel is literally called Anne of Green Gables, a graphic novel. It's pretty clear what it's trying to do. It's adapted by Maria Marsden, and I think out of all the graphic novels that I have seen, at least, this one is supposed to be like exactly like the book. I have not read this yet because I want to make a video on it, so I'll definitely do that in the future. But yeah, if you're interested in this is what it looks like. It's pretty self-explanatory. The second graphic novel that I have here is called Anne of West Philly. Now this is more of an adaptation. It's going outside of the boundaries of what we typically know of as Anne. This is adapted by Ivy Noel Weir, or Wire. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your last name. This graphic novel actually came out very recently. I think it was in March, and I pre-ordered it and I got it, and I'm so excited to make a video on this novel. Really excited just because, you know, it's very different from what we typically know of as Anne, you know? Now the next 2 novels have not come out yet, but they're coming out later this year, which I'm so excited. I've already pre-ordered them, of course. The first graphic novel is called Anne of Greenville by Mariko Tamaki. I don't really know that much about it, but it's like Anne being a singer or something like that. It's supposed to be very different from the original book, so I'm really excited to read it. The second Anne graphic novel that will be coming out later this year is called Anne, an adaptation of Anne of Green Gables, sort of, by Kathleen Gross. Now this graphic novel, I'm so excited for it. I keep saying this about all of them, but they're so different and they are so much more inclusive, and I'm so excited to see different stories and different narratives all related to the original book, but they're expanding the inclusivity. I'm so excited for them. But yeah, so I feel like the graphic novel idea for Anne with an E would kind of fit in with like all of these graphic novels that are coming out and that have come out before. I feel like with Anne with an E's diversity and inclusivity, I feel like it would be a great thing to make and for us to read. And then sometime down the line, we would be getting an actual renewal and a continuation with the actors. I feel like I'm really optimistic about the fact that we'll get a continuation someday, but I think a graphic novel will be really great as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this video. What do you guys think of this idea of Anne with an E becoming a graphic novel? It would be just as amazing if they adapted all of the seasons that have come out of Anne with an E into a graphic novel or into like a series of graphic novels. I think that would be really cool. And I think recently, like, we have been seeing like, you know, a surge of graphic novels turning into TV series and movies. It would be great to see an increase of TV series turning into graphic novels as well. And I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always watching. Mwah. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want. Thank you so much to Raster and Zarya Abdar for becoming channel members. It really means a lot to me. Joining my channel membership will give you awesome perks, emojis, and badges, and it helps to support my channel, so please consider joining if you think it's something you'd be interested in. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Mwah.